Good afternoon. Welcome to Woodbridge, the best town around. My name is John McCormick. I'm the mayor of this great town, and we're here today for the always pleasant task of welcoming essentially another new business to town, except you've been here for a while. And this is the fourth building opening for the Grande at MetroPark. It's a wonderful complex, apartment complex on Route 1 South at the intersection of the Garden State Parkway. We were just talking, this was our second apartment complex that we had in town. The first one was Station Village over by the Avenel train station. This is nearby the MetroPark train station, and of course we have several since this started over at the by the Woodbridge train station. So the Transit Village developments have been great for this town. These gentlemen next to me, Charles and Irwin, have been great partners for us. They've been everything they said they would do, they did. They built these fantastic apartments. They fill up as soon as they're ready. And we're just thrilled that they're here again. And we're, like I said, the fourth, and I want to say final, but maybe it's not the final, because if they can find some land and some wood somewhere, or maybe knock down an office building, who knows? That might build the fifth building here, who knows? I'd like to now introduce Charles Avery, who's going to speak on behalf of the company. Charles?
Thank you, Mayor. I need some notes because I'm not as well rehearsed as the mayor. So I'm surprised they didn't put seats out here, because my speech is about a half hour long.
No, it's not.
I won't have an audience. Anyway, I want to thank you for everybody coming out today. We really appreciate it. We really picked a beautiful day to have this thing. And this has been a real long and arduous task for us for the time we first purchased the property back in 2016. And built the three buildings and did some modifications, and now we have the fourth and last building within this complex. And all this was done with a lot of obstacles. We, of course, had the COVID pandemic. We had supply chain issues. We had shortages with labor. And it's really been had been a nightmare, but that is all gone now and cleared out of the way. And we wouldn't have had this success without the support of Mayor McCormick and his staff, and Carolyn and Marta, and also all the support that we had from within our company was fantastic. These guys were here in many instances 7 days a week and 12, 14, 16 hours a day. So, this is, you've been here for the other grand openings that we've had, and this is, like I said, our last one. And I think when you go into the building, you'll see that this is probably our best, and really it has a lot of, wow features in it. We'd also like to thank our financing partners. I want to acknowledge DMR Architects, who is our architects for this design, and Tom Bauer, the landscape designer, and Gladstone Engineering for all our engineering. So this building, which is about a third of our total complex, it's 124 units, is a third of it, and it was done in just over 18 months, which we were fortunate to have great winter, but we were also fortunate to have such a great staff to get this done in a short time frame. We're a few weeks away from having our CO. So I wanted to just thank again everybody for all the challenges that we've overcome, and we just wanted to tell you how proud we are of this community and all the beautiful residences, the 50,000 square feet of indoor and outdoor amenities, including the swimming pool, the courtyard. I got to go through the list here because there are too many for me to remember. Business centers, lounges, music rooms, catering kitchens, game rooms, party rooms, grilling stations, a bocce ball court, 3 dog parks, a movie theater, numerous car charging stations, the retail space, and a children's playground, plus many other smaller things. So this, when you go in, you're going to see a couple of murals on either side of the entrance of a butterfly, and it kind of reminds me of this property. This started out as a contaminated property that got cleaned up. It was not contributing to the town in any way, particularly on the tax rolls. So you think of that, the life cycle of a butterfly when it goes from a larva to a caterpillar, and now we're into the butterfly stage, and it's a beautiful project, and we're just so grateful that we've had such a great experience with Woodbridge and the cooperation that we've had. It's been a true partnership. So with that, I thank you, and I didn't know if Carolyn would like to say something. We put you on the spot.
Yeah,
Well, let me introduce her. Hold on. That's my job.
okay.
I'm stepping right in here.
Do you want to say anything, Irwin?
No, I'm good. Charlie
All right,
said
so
it all.
Carol to my left is the chief of staff and head of our redevelopment agency since we started in the end of 2006. Marta Levski to my right is the planning director for longer than I've been mayor. And these two are the responsible for economic development in town, so they start these projects from the groundbreaking all the way to the ribbon cutting, and they handle every aspect of it. They're out once a month to all the sites. They're talking to people. What do you need? How can we help you? And they just do a fantastic job with economic development in Woodbridge Township. I get to be here when it starts, and I get to be here when it finishes, and I get to be on TV and in the paper. But in between, they do all the work. So I want to thank them for their exercise of their duties as redevelopment and as planning. They do a terrific job. And Carol, you want to say something?
Okay. So it's funny because as we were getting out of the car, I said to the mayor, I don't have to say anything today, so thank you. But this has been a wonderful project to work on. Every time we came out for a site visit, and Marta, Heather, and I come out every month to see how they're doing, see if there's anything we can do to help. That's our job. It was always a pleasure because there's such great people here. The developers, the people who live here, the people who work here. So we walked in smiling and we walked out smiling. And I think everybody who has the opportunity to live here is just going to be very, very happy. And I think there's one person out there who nobody has recognized, but Dennis, he kind of was a man who built it.
Yes.
Yeah, and so thank you.
Marta, you want to say anything? No. Marta doesn't want to. You coming back up?
I'm coming back up.
All right, go ahead.
Round two.
Like I said, we're just ad-libbing this whole thing.
I am remiss in not thanking Lisa Bergston.
Oh, I was going to do that.
She's done an amazing job. She's gotten involved in the town. She said that one day she is going to run for mayor. So, and Ion Management, who's our property manager, is doing a fantastic job. So I wanted to bring their names up because they're most important to the success of this project. Thank you.
So I was going to mention Lisa because we got to know each other, during this project, and she wanted to get involved in town, so I put her on the rent leveling board, and she's been a good member there. It's actually quite active and a lot going on. She's a great resource, but now that you're running for mayor, you're off the board. You're done. You're done. I'm not building up your resume to run against me someday. No, you're finished. We also have Mary from the Chamber of Commerce here. I want to recognize her. And I want to thank John Haggerty and the communications team, Megan Cushman and Kelly Walsh, for putting the event together. And let's cut a ribbon. Let's count down from 5.
4,
3, 2, 1.
There you go.